So, welcome back to the processed sound, and this is 4816, but I've removed the background noise. I've done a bit of equalization, I've done a bit of bass boost as well as treble boost, I've done a bit of limiter, and I've normalized it, I've done compression. So don't worry, I'll make a separate video on this and I'll tell you the settings that I use, and you can of course check your own settings. But remember, the number of times I do compression and the number of times I do a limiter or equalization, etc., depends on the audio recording itself. Sometimes the audio recording is so low in volume, in gain, that you really have to boost it up, and sometimes I don't normalize it. And basically normalization, what it does is it tries to keep the range of frequencies the same, but either lowers or highes the value depending upon what is the actual recorded value and how much normalization you're doing in it. There's another process called compression. Now compression may give you an idea that it is compressing the sound, but it's not like that. What compression does is it brings the highs and the lows to balance each other out. So the lows will go a little bit up and the highs will come a little bit down, so that the audio level throughout the video sounds of the same gain. I mean, you don't have to increase or lower the volume of your listening device based on the conditions of the audio. So, but compression will change the dynamics of the audio, because it is bringing the highs a little bit down, so the natural sound will not be heard if you do a compression. But compression is required, especially in parts where you might speak a little low and you might speak a little bit high, and then you have to combine both, and you don't want to disturb the listener in adjusting the volume itself. So you bring the lows up and the highs a bit low in compression. Normalization keeps the dynamic range, but it increases or lifts the volume depending upon the recording volume. Sometimes it makes it go down, sometimes it makes it go up. So there are various kind of settings possible in editing software like Audacity. You can use Adobe Audition. I don't use Audition because I have actually not learned it so far. In fact, I have learned Premiere Pro only recently, about 2 months back, and now I'm starting to use that. Earlier I used to use Camtasia. Camtasia is a very basic kind of an editing software, but it's a very beautiful and a very, very intuitive software to use. So in case you don't have editing software, you can start with perhaps, if you're in Mac, you can start with iMovies. iMovies is beautiful. I started my entire career of video editing using Windows Movie Maker, and that was way back in 2002, 2003. But the problem is the Windows Movie Maker that you have today and what you had earlier, the earlier version was far, far superior to this. It had multiple tracks. Right now you don't have multiple tracks. It has multiple tracks to record videos and audios. You can put multiple videos on top of each other, picture in picture, make one video small in size, the other is big in size. You used to have different effects, and but the movie maker that you get today is perhaps not as good as it was then. Then I started using, I think it was, I'm just forgetting the name, where you could even make good movies out of pictures. And so that was another editing software which the name I'm just slipped out of my mind. And then I used Camtasia, and Camtasia was simply beautiful. Camtasia is basically used when you want to capture the screen of your computer as live. So it's a video recording of your computer screen. So whatever screen capturing I do in my videos, it's done using Camtasia. And Camtasia is a very simplistic editing tool, but it's a very, very powerful and a beautiful editing tool. Very intuitive. Much learning curve is very small in that. When you start using it, you yourself will realize how simplistic and easy it is to use. Adobe Premiere Pro is a little complicated. You have to get used to it. And it's taken me almost 2 months, and where I've tried to make as many videos just for the sake of using the Adobe Premiere Pro and learning various basics. And of course, the best way to learn is get into the software and start figuring out what to do. And if you don't know, just Google it. And the best way is I use YouTube. I don't even Google it. I go to YouTube, search, you'll find all kinds of videos. You'll find everything there in YouTube. You'll know how to process sound. You'll know how to create an animation. You'll know how to create a title. There are so many videos available for various things, and that is how you can get to know that. Anyway, so but this video was about not editing softwares. It was about this beautiful thing, the handy recorder. And by the way, this is my first video that I'm posting on YouTube in which I'm recording the audio using this, because in the last episode I unboxed it and it took me a couple of tries with this to understand its various settings, and then I decided to do this. And now let me also try one more thing. I'm going to, since this is a process sound, I want to see the difference between process sound with the lapel mic and without the lapel mic. So I've removed the lapel mic, so I don't know whether you will be able to notice any difference. This is the real stereo effect. Both the XY mics are capturing the sound, and they may not capture the same level of sound. You may not hear the same intensity of sound in both your left and the right ear in case you're using an earphone or a headphone, but it should, because the change is going to be so minor that your ear will not be able to notice the difference. So unless and until I keep the mic on this side or keep the mic on this side, you will not notice much of a difference. So that is from me for this particular video. And if you have any questions, any suggestions, any comments, any doubts, any queries about this device or anything else that you want to talk about, please drop them in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so immediately, because I'm going to post lots and lots of videos on tech and product reviews, as well as software reviews and service reviews, which you will find really very interesting. And the advantage of subscribing to a channel obviously is that the moment I post a video, you get a notification and you will have me in the subscription list, so you can go to my channel very easily. You don't have to search for me in case you've come here after searching for a particular product or a particular service. So please do subscribe to this channel, and if you like the video, please do hit the like button. This is Kalyan Kumar signing off. Have a great day. Thank you for watching.